Thank you very much for all of you for taking time to be here and be part of this, industry forum as partners to MDTA and MDOT. We have 2 hours here in this event, and we'll start with introductions. We'll do some networking, get to know each other, connect, reconnect, and then at 11 a.m. we'll have a presentation to tell you a few facts about the project, and then we'll have time for questions and answer. But before we go into introductions, just some housekeeping, maybe. If you haven't had your breakfast or coffee, there's a lot there at the back. Help yourselves. If you want to use the restroom, it's closer to this door, so you can just ask the folks at the front, to show you. I want to say that this event is recorded and will be posted on the internet, so you're aware that this is being recorded. So now that we have the logistics out of the way, we will start with the introductions. First, I will introduce myself and the project team, and then I will go around and introduce the MDOT and MDTA team, the different offices that are working on this project. And then we'll do introduction of the prime contractors, MBE contractors, engineering consultants, and so on. So without further ado, my name is Takasta Amara. I'm Deputy Director of Engineering with the Office of Engineering Construction here at MDTA. Phil Walvogel is the project manager. He's with WSP. He's been working with MDTA for over 25 years, working on major signature structures like the Bay Bridge and others. Also in the project team is Eric Smith with Moffett and Nickel. He and his team has been helping us with the Bay, bridge protection, risk assessment, and design. So he's the design lead for this project. And we also have Bill Rando. He's our Deputy Director of Construction. He mainly oversees large projects on major bridges like the Bay Bridge, Key Bridge, and Nice Bridge. Next, I will go around and then mention a few names within MDOT and MDTA. I will start with Nila with the MDOT, or the Secretary's Office, with project development. She's been helping us with this project on a few issues. I'll go next to our Office of Engineering and Construction. Ishtiaq Tunio is our Director of Engineering. So he joined us, a few months ago. So you will see more of him as we go further. We have another part of the team. The project team is David Benko here with WSP. He's been helping us with the RFP development for the project. I'll go around and then, introduce Jeff over there with our, Director of Procurement.
Jeff, where's your Jeff?
There he is.
Right. Man.
And Abi El Alam is also the procurement manager, and Julian Jones is going to be the procurement officer for this project. So they have been helping us with the RFP and other procurement-related items. So I don't know if we have folks from our civil rights and fair practice. There at the back, Alice there is, there she helps us with setting goals for projects. So she's helping us on getting the goals and then getting the paperwork. And you'll be, she'll be working on the other side when we get plans for the project. I don't know if I'm forgetting. Yeah, outreach. Melissa, somewhere. She and her team are the ones who make this happen, getting the brochures, the FAQs that you see on the website, and the information that you get, and getting the invitation out to you. So Melissa and her team with outreach is here as well. Trying to see if I miss anyone from MDTA or MDOT. Let me know if anybody's here that I haven't introduced.
Andy and Dan.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So Andy Heron is our project, area engineer, construction operation manager for the Bay Bridge. He oversees almost all projects on the Bay Bridge, and he's joined by Dan Bowman. He's the project engineer. So when it comes to Bay Bridge projects, you will see them out on the bridge. So with that, I believe I have covered everyone from MDTA and MDAT, and I will go ahead and try to call out the prime contractors. As you know, this project is a specialty project where it's installation of bridge protection systems, which requires a heavy marine contractor, and for that reason, contractors with heavy marine water construction experience and license are expected to be the prime contractors in the design build team. So we sent out invitations. So I'll read from the list of those who plan to attend. So if you're from that firm, just raise your hands, and then so that people can see you. First one I have here is Kiewit Infrastructure. There you go. All right, welcome. Agate Construction.
Agate Construction.
Okay, Agate. Okay, sorry. We have Commerce Construction Corporation. All right. We have Kokosing Industrial.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Okay, thank you.
Just maybe get that mic closer.
All right,
Get that one.
let's get this. What about now? Okay.
Not bad, thanks.
All right. Manson Construction. All right. McLean Contracting Company. Archer Western Construction. I think we have the primes here. In order to save time, I'll just go through the list of those the other firms who have registered. So these are MBE firms, engineering firms, and others. So I'll go in alphabetical order. So A. Morton Thomas, AB Consultants, ACOM, All Pro Placement Service, AMC Civil, Anthony Management Group, AirUp, ARIA Consultants, Azierta LLC, Bollard Marine Construction, Blackjack Marine, Carter Machinery, Kavala Construction, CBI Enterprises, Chembro, Coast Watch Engineering, Commerce Construction, Cowie North America, DACO SCI, Dead Calm Seas Marine Services, Deval Safety, Drill Tech Drilling, EAS Carpenters, ECS, EFCO Forms, Elect Count Consulting, EU Design, EXP US Services, FIIG LLC, FAY SNB USA, Fetch Consulting Groups, Flippo Construction Company, Flora Teeter Landscape Architects, Foundation Test Group, GPI, H&H, HDR, Hands-On Contracting, HNTB Corporation, Hollard Enterprise, HWA Corp, IBEW Local 24, Ironworks Local 5, IT Nova LLC, IUOE Local 37, IUPAT DC 51, JD Relat Co., Jacobs Engineering Group, JCM Control System, JMT, KCI, KLT Group, Lighting Electric, VUNA, Lloyd Engineering, M&N Engineering, McAndrew Company, McKnight International, Mercado Consultants, Michael Baker International, Mid-Atlantic Lesset, Modular Fabrication and Piping LLC, Nucor Rebar Fabrication, Oscar Renda Contracting, Parsons Corporation, Panoni, PRD Traffic Services, Project Management Professionals, Promatec Inc., Remline Corporation, RES, Richard Pearson Construction, ST Hudson Engineering, Schnabel Engineering, Seaward Marine Corporation, Southland Holdings, Suyash Consulting LLC, Teji Inc., Townhouse Carpets and Interiors, the Barbour Group, Trailer Bros Inc., Trumbull Corporation, United States Army Corps of Engineers, Wagman Heavy Civil, Wicks Marine, WSP, and Yilmaz Trading LLC. That's everyone.
Skanska.
Did I miss Skanska?
Yeah.
So I think I missed some primes earlier, so I'm gonna, read the prime contractors again. Actually, as part of this, we could have a minute each for the prime contractors to say a few words, so that the networking can be easier. So we will maybe let one representative from each prime contractor to say, just limit it to 1 minute, say a few words about yourself. So I will call out, and if I haven't called your name out, just let us know. So let me go. First one, alphabetical. Archer Western Construction. Is there anyone from Archer? Okay.
You come talk to me if you want to hear about us still. I don't need 1 minute to talk, but I'm all Archer Western. We do a little bit of everything, so just come chat with me, local.
Okay. Next one, Pollard Marine Construction. If there's anyone to say a few words, feel free.
Hey, Scott Corab, Ballard Marine Construction. You can come talk to us. We're JV'd with Trailer Brothers.
Next one is Chembro.
John Garland with Chimbro. We got a table out back, same thing, you can come in and talk to us, full service general contractor.
Fay, SNB USA Construction.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Deeg. We're paired up with R.U. Pearson, and we also will have a booth table, like to speak to everybody.
Okay, Kiewit, Internet Infrastructure.
Sure, Mike Ethier with Kiewit. Interested in being a prime. Only thing I'll add is Weeks Marine is a Kiewit company as well.
Kokosing.
Scott Hoffman, Cozy. Local heavy civil marine contractor. We have a table out there, so come on by and talk to us.
McLean Contracting Company.
David Kimberly, Business Development Manager here in Baltimore. Look forward to networking with you all later this morning.
All right, thank you. Oscar Renda Contracting.
We're doing this as American Bridge, so they're Southland Holdings. We're a GC looking for a design partner.
If you could please speak into the microphone, because we're recording it.
Yeah, my name's John Marcantoni. I'm with Southland Holdings. Oscar Renda is a subsidiary, but we're gonna look at this as under American Bridge, looking for a design partner.
All right, Richard E. Pearson Construction.
Yes, good morning, Ralph. Good morning, Ralph Farba, Richard E. Pearson. We're partnered up with Fay on this pursuit. Very interested in supporting this project. We're just finishing up the ship collision at the Delaware Memorial Bridge.
Skanska.
Good morning, everyone. Steve Skippen with Skanska. We're partnered up with McLean Contracting. AECOM is our designer, but we are looking to add anyone to the team, so please come see us at the table, and happy to be here.
Southland Holdings. You already introduced yourself, okay. Trailer Brothers, Inc.
Josh Harmon with Trailer Brothers, we're a heavy civil marine construction general contractor. If you wanna know any more, come talk to me.
All right, Tramall Construction Corporation.
Morning, Brian Breeze from Trumbull Corporation. We're a full-service general contractor out of Pittsburgh with a local presence down here.
All right, Wagman Heavy Civil.
Hi, Anthony Bednarik with Wagman Heavy Civil, a local contractor. We've done a lot of work for SHA and MDOT over the years. Come talk to me.
I believe Wicks Marine has been introduced as part of
Yeah, part of Kiewit.
Kiewit team. Okay. Agat Construction. Sorry if I don't say it right.
Yeah, Connor Gizo with Aggie Construction, marine contractor.
All right, Commerce Construction Corporation.
Good morning, everybody. Scott Zettel, Commerce Construction, heavy civil marine contractor out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and construction diving. And we are not teamed with anyone.
Kokosing Industrial.
The other way.
Manson Construction Corporation.
Hey, good morning. Name's Mark Openshaw with Manson Construction. Our regional office is Jacksonville, Florida, but very interested in this project, so I'm going to talk to anybody about it.
All right, McLean Contracting Company. Oh, okay, already did it, okay. So I believe I have covered all primes. If there is any prime that I haven't called out, let us know. So I believe there is a table outside this room where some of these primes have set up tables, so feel free to go there and talk to them, interact at the end of the day.
Where is that, where are the tables?
The table's right behind this wall, so you can go talk to them. I think we're done with introduction. I
And
don't know
all
if-
the attendees will be posted on the project webpage as well.
Yeah, all the attendees will be listed for you on the project website, so you can contact them. I guess the main takeaway is for you all to team up, connect, and then, come up with a strong team that MDTA can rely on to do the project. Once again, we do appreciate you coming in, taking the time today. The next, 30 minutes or so will be for networking. You can come to us, you can, go to the tables, vendor tables outside, prime tables to discuss. I don't know if Joe is here or Ishtiaq, you want to say a few words to thank the team? And then we'll just open it for the networking session. Thank you.
All right. Wow, it's great to see this crowd here. Definitely great. Thank you, everybody. I'm Ishtiaq Tuni. I'm the Director of Engineering at Maryland Transportation Authority. Good morning and welcome to this Bay Bridge Project Industry Forum. On behalf of the Maryland Transportation Authority, I would like to thank all of you, the primes, the subs, and all the different entities that are attending here today, from the consulting firm, from the contractors, everybody in this room for making this happen. And just quickly, I would like to say that this networking event for today is about sharing information, networking. That's the key here. So if you see, Takaste was mentioning that there are primes, there are SBR firms, there are consulting firms. Do meet with each other, network with each other because it's meant for that, and you are the ones who will make this industry forum successful, and we'll be sharing all the required information on this project in this forum. And at the end, definitely I would like to say that we are very keen about the innovation that you bring to the table. We are keen about your expertise. We want to work with you on this project and many others to keep Maryland moving. I think that's the key message from me, that because of you, we can make the project successful, and we are basically elaborating and we would like to see collaboration. We would like to see collaboration on this project and many other projects going forward. So again, from the entire Maryland Transportation Authority and Maryland Department of Transportation, thank you so much for joining here today and making this event successful. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Ishtiaq. Thank you for that, for those remarks. Before we let you go and then connect, network, one thing we have on the doors and some of the walls, you have a QR code. If at 11 we will have a presentation for you, so you don't have to take pictures of the slides. If you want something, you can take the QR code, and that will show the contents of the presentation on your phone or on your device, so you can follow along. With that, I don't know if the project team has a message. Bill, Phil, Eric, do you guys have anything to say to the team? No. Okay. Okay. More will come soon, and once again, thanks again, and see you in 30 minutes here. Thank you. I didn't want to interrupt the networking that's in full swing, but we have a presentation for you, so if you have your seat, we already have done introductions, but we have a couple of our leaders here, so I will introduce them and then see if they have a few words for us. Joining us here today is our Executive Director, Bruce Gartner. Thank you for joining us. Also joining us is Jim Harkness, Chief Engineer of the Office of Engineering and Construction. So maybe Bruce, if you can give us a few words, few remarks. Thank you.
very few. I'll let you guys get to the interesting part of this. I just want to say thank you for everybody for turning out. This is a great showing for a very interesting project. That's probably why you're all here. I really got to congratulate Jim and Takesta and the OEC team for working under very interesting conditions over the past year or so, putting this together. We really are looking forward to the engagement on this with the contracting consulting community to get us where we need to be. There's really, I just came from a conference of toll agencies, many bridge owners, and in Maryland we are doing a lot here with the Bay Bridge because of the significance, because of the NTSB findings, and doing what we need to do to make the bridge safe. So we appreciate your efforts in this, and thank you to the team. Looking forward to hearing a great set of presentations here. That's all for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. So we'll go right into the presentation. Why are we here? So we're here to discuss the Bay Bridge Protection Project. This project is intended to provide enhanced protection system for the Bay Bridge. Let me make sure I have my slides here. And once again, if you want to follow the presentation along, there's a QR code there, and you can take that, take a shot of that, and then you can follow along as I present here on the screen. Okay, so MDTA is committed to the safety of the traveling public and the structural safety of its transportation structure. As you know, the Bay Bridge is our biggest bridge at 4 miles long, and 2 twin bridges. So, the detour for, the Bay Bridge is like, you can't even imagine it. So it's a very important, critical infrastructure for the MDTA and the state of Maryland. So this project is about protection of the Bay Bridge, and it includes the installation of physical protection system. And as part of that, as part of evaluating how do we protect the bridge, we did an AASHTO method to risk assessment, which is based on the guide specification put out by AASHTO to evaluate the risk and also design the appropriate amount of protection for that risk. So here with us here we have a number of engineers, a number of contractors, marine heavy civil contractors who've done this before. So the question is, how would you protect the Bay Bridge? We want you to take a look at what we have now, but also think about how would you, protect the bridge if you have the opportunity to design and construct a peer protection system. How would you do it? How would you team? Who would you put on your team? And what are the design and construction methods that you will use to make sure that at the end we have the best protection system for the bridge? So think about that while you follow along the presentation. Our project goals, we have these 6 goals as part of the project goal. Safety, actually it's the most important one. We have mobility, so we're talking about both the traffic on the bridge and under the bridge. So we need to make sure that both marine and vehicular traffic are unimpeded and go freely. Another one, usually cost. So we want to make sure that we build this in a cost-effective way so that we can maximize the amount of protection we can provide to the bridge for the amount of budget that we have. A schedule, we want a timely completion of this project. Performance, durability of the system we place. We need to think into the future. How durable are we gonna make this? And most importantly, we want this to be a very well-managed project. It's a very specialized project. Construction and design are going to go hand in hand, so you need a very well-prepared, strong team to do this. So, project scope. We're talking about the Bay Bridge. As you can see in the aerial view, you see the Bay Bridge in the left big picture, and the focus of this project is the middle section of the bridge. As I told you, it's a 4-mile bridge, but we're focusing on the 1,600 feet long suspension span, and the adjacent span, so a total of around 2,100, if I'm not mistaken, Phil. So that distance between the anchorage is our focus for this project. As you know, the Bay Bridge is not just one bridge, it's 2 bridges, one going westbound and the other going eastbound. And the westbound, which is the younger bridge, built in 1952, has 3 lanes, and the old one, the eastbound, is 2 lanes. So we have 5 lanes of bridge, 5 lanes of highway on this bridge. So where are we installing these protection systems? We are focusing on the 4 towers. If you can imagine the Bay Bridge, the 4 towers that go into the sky at 350 feet above water, those 4 structures are the main supporting structure for the bridge. So we are trying to protect those. And basic information about the bridge is 185 feet above water, the deck level. And you can imagine 1,600 feet, 185 feet, that's your work area. So that's just carrying the navigation channel. The navigation channel goes in the middle, so it's 800 feet. So that's where these big vessels go on. So you have like about 400 on each side of the navigation channel to work on these structures. This is an elevation view. So this is how the pilots would see it. So talking about those 4 towers that I mentioned, and more to the left and right, or the adjacent spans, we want to protect those as well. So that's a little bit of perspective for you. And the depth of water is around 50 feet, ish. So that tells you what you're gonna work with. It's the environment there is marine. Andy and Dan could tell you. The water, it's a challenging project. Working over water is completely different from, working on highway. There's weather limitations, there's wind and, tides and all that. So it's a very challenging project, but luckily we have a lot of experts here who's done this before. So we hope to get a strong team out of this crowd. So what are the project considerations? So as I said, the key thing is it's a water-based operation. So it includes using barge, driving or sheet piling, and large equipment, and maybe templates to help you guide those sheet piles into the water. Dredging may or may not be included, and part of this whole consideration could depend on the proposal of the contractor. We're working on a navigation channel, so we have to be considerate and coordinate with the different stakeholders, like Maryland Port Administration, Maryland Association of Pilots, U.S. Coast Guard, Army Corps, and so on. We also have navigation. We will have navigation light on top of these, protection structures. And last but not least, we need to think about the future bridge. So where we put these, protection structures, we have to take into consideration the future bridge as well. All right, primary elements. So this is basically a list of, work that you can expect from this project. So I'll divide them into 2, like the professional services or the engineering and also the construction. So you have site investigation. You need to do site investigation evaluation, including hydraulic analysis, scour analysis. We're doing a geotechnical investigation ourselves, but as needed, you may have to think about doing additional geotechnical investigation and testing of materials to understand the soil condition at the riverbed. Corrosion studies, and also service life modeling. Once we have that, we'll have the design build team, perform the detailed engineering for final approval. And project management is also another key element. While we do this, we need to comply with the MBE participation goals set for this project. I want to say that this is 100% toll revenue funded project. So it's state funded. So it will be, it doesn't have DBE goals, it will have MBE goals, and also potentially VSBE goals. So I think we have a few MBE firms here, engineering and construction, so that's an opportunity for you to meet the goals, connect with them, and work with them so that you can meet the goal. Construction management, shock drawing submittals, and also the construction of the protection system itself is part of this scope. As part of that, you need inspection, material testing, maybe disposal might be included depending on whether we have material to remove. Quality assurance, and coordinating with MDTA on public outreach, and coordination with stakeholders. And there may be other things, equipment, material supply, and things like that. So this, I hope, gives you an idea of what the scope is about. Let's go to project requirements. So the requirement is for the design builder, first and foremost, demonstrate that they have the capacity, experience, which is necessary to undertake this very unique project. So it requires a fleet of marine-based heavy equipment. So that makes it very specialized and a very important factor. And additionally, the design builder shall be registered with MDE. It's called the Marine Contractors Licensing Board. Actually, we found a list of contractors as we were preparing to do this invitation by going to that website and looking at who's registered. So there are four tiers of registration. So it's going to be for the category 1, which is heavy, marine heavy civil construction. So make sure that your firm is registered. The prime. We're talking about the prime contractor. So today is more of overview, but details about the project will be available to you in the upcoming solicitation documents. We will be issuing, advertising a request for proposal documents. So you will get the details there. One last thing about the design builder shall self-perform at least 50% of the value of the contract. What's the responsibility of the design builder? Plan, design, manage, control the project, and complete the construction on or ahead of schedule. So it includes both design and construction and overall management of the project. Also, meet the MBE goals for the project, provide a plan which meets the goals on both MBE and potentially VSB. We'd like to say that this project is being evaluated for a project labor agreement in compliance with the governor's executive order on workforce development. And any PLA requirements will be provided as part of the solicitation documents. Okay, we talked about the work. Who's going to do it? We have a list of what we assume to be the trades and people that will be employed here. Obviously, cement and concrete finisher for concrete work, diver, you may need like underwater inspection or construction and repair. You have a dredge operator, to do the dredging, filling, and equipment operation. Equipment operator, we expect like large equipment here, cranes, barges, and others that you can think of. Iron worker, we have sheet piles and steel erection and maybe templates for the sheet piling. We'll do welding and reinforcing as needed. Laborers, for different types of work. Mason for more concrete work. A pile driver, that's going to be a big part of the work. Pile driving. We anticipate very large structures here, and with that, maybe a large number of pile driving associated with this work. Tugboat and marine workers to handle the equipment on water. Welder for steel-related work. Painting and coating, we anticipate coating of a portion of the steel piling. And electrical work, we need, as I said earlier, navigation lighting. So we need some electrical personnel to do that work, and also carpenter or timber framing for the fender. We anticipate around these protection systems. So as part of this industry forum, reach out to those who can provide these services and personnel and equipment. Stakeholders who have a stake on this project. The maritime industry, waterway users will have those commercial or recreational. The public, the residents. The Maryland Association of Pilots is a big stakeholder. So is the Maryland Port Administration. The United States Coast Guard and the United States Army Corps of Engineers, and also the Maryland Department of the Environment, as well as the Department of Natural Resources. Those will be stakeholders related to permitting and other coordination. NOAA as well is part of that, and Federal Highway Administration, as this is protecting a highway bridge. Okay. Anticipated procurement details. So we, as part of this project development, as I said earlier, we have conducted the risk assessment in accordance with AASHTO Method 2, and also are conducting a 30% concept plan design of what we think, what the design team, believes is, an option for a protection system. And that will be, made available to qualified design builder proposers once we advertise the solicitation, and once we see a qualified set of teams, and then with the signing of confidentiality agreements, we will provide all the documents related to the project. But how are we doing the contracting? So we are going to do slightly different. It's a design build, but it's a fixed price, variable scope method. That's the contracting method we're using. So we have a certain amount of budget allocated for this project. So the thing is, what level of protection or what type of protection will you as a design builder provide for that price? So price is fixed. The level of protection or the type of protection system that will be provided will be dependent on what the proposals will provide us. So that will be part of the evaluation criteria. We're using a competitive sealed proposals method. It's obvious, nothing new. The project classification is Class L, which takes it above 100 million. We already know the estimate that's provided on the website, around 177 million. So that gives you the cost. RFP is anticipated to be advertised as contract number BB 30230000 by the end of the year. So that's the schedule. And you'll get more than, all right, that's basically the schedule graphically. Advertising by the end of this year. Proposal due is around spring of 2026. We anticipate notice to proceed in the fall of 2026 and start construction in spring of 2027 and complete by winter of 2029. So that's the schedule, and gives you around at least 2 years for construction and maybe six months for design. Okay, don't know if we have anyone from Civil Rights Fair Practice here, but I think Alice was here. So as I said earlier, as a state-funded project, MBE goals will be part of this solicitation, and potentially VSPE firms. So the list of attendees today will be posted on the project website, and we'll have an email for you later on. But if you came in here today but didn't register and didn't provide your email addresses, please send an email to that email address. So that way we will include your name and contact information and post it on the project website. So we encourage the prime firms to look at the list, the MB lists, in addition to this in-person coordination, networking, and look at the certification information which is available at that website. There may be some new things with the certification, so just look at that, and then you can always contact our Office of Civil Rights and Fair Practices if you have any questions. All right, we have a couple of teams here, WSP, Moffat and Nickel, and the Trans System will be part of this development of the project, so these firms will be, not be included, or they're precluded from participating as a design builder, as a team in the design builder. But always check to make sure that your teaming is not conflicted for conflict of interest. Guess one of the last slides, procurement, the big thing. Yeah. Our procurement officer for this project is Julian Jones, right there in the third, row, and we also have Abby, who will be, supporting us. So as part of the solicitation, once the documents are out there, you'll be contacting with the procurement officers if you have any questions. So by the end of the year, we'll get there. But if you have general questions, use that email, mdta.procurement@mdta.md.us, if you have any questions. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any further questions, we have our outreach team here at the door. Feel free to reach out, and you have another 20 minutes to network more. Thank you.